Though the change in seasons is not super pronounced where I live, you can tell that spring is in the air. And with that change, I'm looking forward to reading a couple books to welcome in the freshness of spring and the hope of a new season. That is if I can get some time to read with this new addition to our family, needing constant attention. But honestly, I can't say no to that cute wrinkly face. Laura Ingalls Wilder. The universal appeal of Laura Ingalls Wilder's books springs from a life in partnership with the land. On farms, she and her family settled across the Northeast and Midwest. Pinpoint the Ingalls and Wilder homestead claims on authentic archival maps and enjoy historic photos of the family millions have come to know through the Little House books. Excerpts from books, letters, and diaries bring to light Wilder's profound appreciation of the plants, animals, and environments at the heart of her world. I've read 2 other books by Marta McDowell, one on the author of Peter Rabbit, Beatrice Potter, and one on the author of The Secret Garden, Frances Hodgson Burnett. These books are for history lovers, lovers of the authors, botanical or garden lovers, nature lovers, or anyone that sees and enjoys the beauty around them. Jane Austen at home. I saw this book on Miranda Mills's channel and knew right away I had to read it. On the 200th anniversary of Jane Austen's death, historian Lucy Worsleyʻs leads us into the world in which one of English literature's best-loved novelists lived. This new telling of the story of Jane's life shows us how and why she lived as she did, examining the rooms, spaces, and possessions that matter to her, and the way in which home is used in her novels to mean both a place of pleasure and a prison. It wasn't all country houses and ballrooms. In fact, her life was often a painful struggle. Jane famously lived a, quote, life without incident. But with new research and insights, Lucy Worsleyʻs reveals a passionate woman who fought for her freedom. A woman who, far from being a lonely spinster, in fact, had at least 5 marriage prospects, but who in the end refused to settle for anything less than Mr. Darcy. Simple Things magazine. I love this magazine. Their covers are always stunningly simple and gorgeous. Their feature stories are could-do list. They basically have all the cozy things I want to devour every day. Crafts, recipes like orangey hot chocolate that is in this month's magazine. My Day in Cups of Tea is my favorite though. They have their featured person break down their day according to when they incorporate their cuppa. I'd say the best part though is their dedication to seasonality. They highlight the birds, flowers, plants, and weather of each season and tell the tales of those things. Speaking of flowers, I'm so proud of my new bud that just popped up. Anyway, Simple Things is hands down one of the first magazines I reach for when the new one comes out every month. I don't think it's sold in the US, but I read it on Libby through my library. I also really love Sunset magazine, and I will be reading the new issue when it's released. This magazine is not available on Libby, so I do occasionally buy the physical issue. Last is my to be watched. I've been watching Jackie and Shadowʻs since last year when their eggs did not hatch, but this year they have 2 hatchlings and one that is currently trying to break free of its egg. It will be fun to watch. Happy reading!